Okay, we're going to go over the multi-panel tab here. So in the version 1.4, you can expand the view of your images, or you can expand the view of the tabs to create more room. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to open an image. So let's go with this bird. Now this has not been processed at all. As you can see, I'm clicking back and forth and they're the same. So first thing I'm going to do is come over to the Pixel Restoration tab. Go ahead and run that real quick. And this is the normal process. If you wanted to laser engrave this photo, just a single on a tile or whatnot, you'd go to Input tab, open it, you'd come to Restore. It doesn't always need to be restored, but it's nice to try it and see what it does, because 99% of the time it makes your photo look amazing and it puts your best foot forward. The next standard step would be going to the pre-process, and then you don't have to change anything, just press pre-process image. Okay. And then the next step, if you were doing a single tile, you would go to the laser processing tab and you would enter the size and DPI you'd like and whatnot. But we're not going to, and then you would save it. But we're going to skip that and go to multi-panel before that. And we're going to set up the multi-panel job here. We're going to turn this, instead of putting it on one tile, we're going to break this photo up into 4 individual images, and then we're going to put it on 4 separate tiles once this pre-processing is done here. This photo is going to be rather large now and have a lot more data in it than it started at, and I could show you guys that in the tools menu here. You can open up the comparison window to see the pipeline of start to finish as the photo progresses through the pipeline here. And now if we collapse this and we go to the original and then the processed, and then if we expand it, here's the processed image so far, and you can see how much larger it is, and here's the original size. Okay, now if we zoom into that original and make it just as big, it's going to get really pixelated. See that? Now if we go to the process tab, look how clean it gets. Look at that. That's what the Pixel Restoration tab does for you. And if I come to the tools right now and open the comparison window, you'll see the transformation. You can see it started at 1024 by 1024 in size and dimensions, and it had 3 megabytes of data. Then we did a pixel restoration. It doubled in dimensions, which it got bigger, and it's got quite a bit more data in it now. And you can see the different pages if we kind of line them up similarly. And then we go to the pre-processing. We press that button and now it's 2400 by 2400. Okay, and it's 21.97 megabytes in data. So now we have even more data and a more solid image. And if we scroll over, here's where the laser processing is now. This is where we're currently at. It's currently double this size, and it has 64 megabytes of data. Now when we do the laser processing, it's going to update with the processed image and laser ready. But anyhow, let's go to the multi-panel mode tab. We'll expand this upwards. Now our physical tile size, this is whatever your material is. I'm using ceramic tiles, and technically they're 5.9 inches by 5.9 inches. Now panels, this is how many tiles you'd like to use. Right now it's just 0 or 1. Okay, I'm gonna make this 4. So now you can see, let's put a crosshair in there, and it's made quadrant there, 4 quadrants or whatever. And then we got a grout line, so that's, I'm gonna guess 3.5 millimeters, Now it just made a gap here. Okay, compensating for the grow outline. And then you can add a safe zone, bleed, and tolerances. And I'm going to set the DPI to 285. This isn't doing anything right now, but it's going to. So this is going to populate here. The size and stuff is going to populate in the laser processing tab. I'll get to there. That's next. So now we're just going to, oh, by the way, you can zoom the photo in if you watch here. You can zoom it in, or you can zoom it out. I'm going to keep it just like this, all the way zoomed out. And then I'm going to press use current open image. And now if we go to the laser processing tab, you can see there's no height, no width, no height. DPI is at 600. This is just basic setup, the same every time you open the software. Once you use it, it'll remember what you use. So now I'm going to press this button, apply to laser processing. So that's going to take everything we just set up here and apply it here. Now we have an image size. So this is the total image size it has to be to make it go over for tiles. The DPI, that's what this is going to do when you enter it here. When you press apply to laser processing, it's going to populate this for you, so it's less data entry. Just like you don't have to enter this. This you don't have to worry about this right now, but I just match it to whatever my DPI is. But that is doing nothing right now. Now the lens we're going to use that's in my machine is a 1.5 inch lens. This is going to control the brightness and contrast of the image. And after you press the step 4 button down below, you can come adjust this slider and you can see what you like, or test it with your laser and see if you might need some more contrast or some more whites or more different kind of balance than what's normally standard. Now I'm just going to scroll down here. It's going to go if you're using anything but wood, you're using this process right here. Wood needs its own specific process. This was the first wood process in the software. This is the second, and this is where we're at right now, and this one's really good. I'm going to select Jarvis, and I'm just going to press step 4, and now that's processing our photo for the laser. So now up here we have a laser ready image, and if we collapse this and expand this, we can see the full image here. You can zoom in and get into the detail level of what's making up this image. Okay. And at this view level right here, this is exactly the result we're going for on tile. These colors, everything exactly as you see it here. That's the goal. Okay, now that that's done, we're going to go back to the multi-panel tab. We're going to scroll down, and now we're going to hit export panel job and a LightBurn zip file. So it's going to spit out a LightBurn file where you're going to see something cool next. So this settings suggesting system that I made, this is a AI system that I created myself right here, and this is very good at learning your machine. Okay, so now as you can see, it's populated which lens we put in the laser processing tab. We're using the 1.5. It populated the size 5.9 by 5.9, the DPI, and this we're going to have to select ourselves, but let's use this is going to be painted tile. When I press analyze image, it's going to ask us a question. Does your material turn white light or black dark when lasered? So if you pulse your laser on a white tile that's painted black, what color is it going to reveal? It's going to reveal white. So we're going to select this. And if you pay attention to this box here, when I select turns white, it's going to check that. Okay. Now it's just analyzed our image that we have open and processed. And here's the metrics of it, which are stored in a database where there's stats and stuff behind the scenes where it's going to start learning the machine. Okay, so now when I press calculate, okay, 279 and 11.2% power. That's not going to work on my machine, but roll with this. Go put this in your machine and this power. If it doesn't work, fine. Find your right settings for the photo. Then come back here, go to the feedback. My settings are going to be 195 millimeters per second, and my power is 16.3%. That's what it's going to be on this one. I've done it already. So I'm going to hit submit feedback. Now my AI system just learned. So now you can see, now it's suggesting the real setting. Now remember this, 195 and 16.3% power, okay? And now, when I come back to Laser DaSH IT, and I go to the multiprocessing tab and I press this button, now we'll just name it test 5. It's going to spit out the zip file. We'll wait for that to complete. Okay, that's completed, as you can see. Now I'm going to extract it. Okay, now we're going to head over to LightBurn. Now remember, watch this. I'm going to press Control O, and this is going to open a photo. So we'll go back to test 5. Now we'll spit out the panels individually, or a LightBurn file. So we'll click this, and you can see it's laid it out in order. Otherwise, if you have to organize these in LightBurn. You have to import them individually and then organize them. And these are exactly 3.5 millimeters apart. Now look at our settings. 195 and 16.3. Now check this out. 195, 16.3. Okay. Now it's also a negative image. So all of our layers here, negative image, and pass-through mode is on. Okay. Negative image, pass-through mode, same speed, same power, same liner input, same liner input, same negative pass-through, same speed and power. All of this you don't have to do. It did it automatically because of the self-learning setting suggester and everything tied into the software. So in LightBurn, when you zoom out like this is the view. This is how you want your tiles to actually look. If it's a black and white material, it should resemble these colors exactly. So if we click on this, you can see it's 5.9 by 5.9, and there's 4 of them. So altogether, this will be a complete size of 11.93. Now, if I wanted to make this go over more tiles, you can do that if you wish, or smaller tiles or larger tiles or whatnot. You would just plug in your data on how many tiles you have and what the sizes they are, and voila. So I'm going to actually go burn this now. I don't know if I have enough black paint to get the whole task complete, but wish me luck. Thanks for watching.